This is what happens when you don't take your tent down. The awning looks like it held pretty well. Let's see. Oh, that's water, and the bottom's dry. There is no water on my hand. Let's see if that's water. It might just be wet. Oh no, that's a puddle. Holy crap. That's some good waterproofing on the awning, huh? That is a straight up puddle. Okay, this hand is soaked now, so I'll go back to a dry hand, completely dry. There is nothing coming out of there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Welcome back, guys. You guys asked for it, a follow-up to Stove Hut 72.0, so here it is. All right, so last week I left you guys off on a massive cliffhanger showing the back corner leaking some water. That was at about the 2.5 hour mark, and I'll show that footage right now. Oh shit, guys. That is new. It's been about 2 hours, I'd say. Well, it is 12:42. And I want to say the test started at 10:20. So it's been about 2 hours, 20 minutes, and we have water in here. And it's this corner here. All right, you can actually see it coming in again. How's it coming in? Right out here. I think this outside seam is leaking in the vestibule, and it's seeping through the bottom there. But they fixed this seam. All right, so it took about 2 hours and 20 minutes for that seam to start leaking. They fixed the seam that was originally the problem. So now the Spackmann water torture test has been running for 4 hours. So let's go inside and see how it did after 4 hours. We saw that first leak. Let's see how much it's increased or if it's leaking elsewhere now. All of this water is from when I originally brought the clock in here. It was soaking wet from the test. Oh, look. Okay, so it's currently it's 2:30. We started the test at 10:20, so it's actually over 4 hours now. Let's get it white on. Glasses off. This is from me earlier too with the whole clock. I remember I had these 2 drops over here. That's not from this. It doesn't look like much more has leaked in here, but more has. That's definitely more water in this corner. It's definitely more water dripping from here. It's definitely more water dripping from the stove jack. Huh. I don't know where that came from. Oh, right here. That seam's leaking too. It's at least leaking outside, but that, let me zoom out. Okay, so I found a puddle right there. I just found the leak right here. There's water on my finger. I gotta show that more. Hold on. I gotta show that better. Can you see the water on that loop? Now you definitely can. You can see that it's wet, right? If this was actually closed, oh, it just dripped in here from when I dripped it. If this was closed, it has potential to drip down in here and then into here. So both of those side seams are leaking. But this is the seams that I was most worried about. These vent seams and this one up here. ridgeline as well. In my prior test, I found leaks everywhere on these tents, ridgeline included. That's it. These two seams, the rest of it's dry. I'm gonna turn this water off now. It's been running for 4 hours. That's long enough, I'd say, right? It only took 2 hours to get the first leak. I have a gallon per hour counter coming for the hose, so we'll know how much water we're dumping on during the test, guys. I'm pretty excited about that. I wish it was here for this test, but it will be next time. So unfortunately, it looks like some of the seams weren't fixed completely. I did tell them about the vent seams and the rest of the seams that I saw leaking in the first few tests that I did of their tent, and they fixed the vent seam situation. That stayed dry over the 4 hours that we have been testing it so far. But the corners, these two corners up front, they started leaking. I did not have a problem with the ridge line, but those two corners leaked. Now my biggest problem about the old design was that eventually that seam, since it was upside down, was gonna start leaking even if you sealed it yourself. Do I think you can seal these corners up yourself and be okay now that that seam's good? I think you can. I really think you can. Will some of them not leak at all? I bet you that's true too. I bet you some won't leak at all. So that's about it, guys. Stove Hut 72.0. Follow up. I did find some leaks. What are you gonna do? Sorry, Pomali. No hard feelings, right? See you guys next time. It rained really, really hard, guys. I didn't get any of the footage from the rain, but it's been raining forever. Oh, big puddle. The only reason why I'm worried about that right there is because if one of them's leaking, the other ones have a chance of leaking, right? Like, that means quality control on that sew job is not the best. That one's leaking, so that means on your tent or other tents, all of these have a possibility of leaking, in my opinion. I would think so, right? That makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? I don't know.